sports. It's in the game.
Hello, Clairemont High School. Welcome to Live from the Tribe.
Thank you for watching. He is Noah Haskell, I am Laura Lackman, and Grace Crabtree is in sports. We have your school news for the week of March 2nd, 2020.
Progress reports are coming out. Are your grades on point? Do you like how you're doing in your classes?
How are you staying on top of your classes?
I spread out my time to make sure I have time in my day to do all of my work.
And how are your grades doing right now?
I have a 4.0.
So have you liked the second semester so far?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting with the whole switch up.
Do you know when the grading period is ending?
Next week on Friday.
February 28th, it ends.
Ended last Friday. Teachers have until 8 o'clock this morning to get your grades in. If you didn't turn something in, turn it in anyways. Don't take a 0. It's better to lose points for being late than to lose all of the points.
We just told you about this progress report, but the next grading period is for the report card, not the progress report. It ends when we are on spring break. That means no extra credit at the last minute. So be careful not to miss any assignments and keep your grades up so it's a stress-free spring break.
Sometimes we run late and don't make it to class on time. Sometimes we decide to miss class for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter.
An increasingly worse problem on campus, and with that, Saturday school. Students are continuing to skip Saturday school, and because of this, our school misses out on 85% of their revenue, which is $97,000 per month. Why might students not want to go to Saturday school?
Mainly because they don't want to wait the 4 hours and they just find it really boring.
Because it's really boring and you don't really have to go.
Maybe students don't show up because they don't do anything. The question is, how can we make it more entertaining?
Well, Saturday school is not made to be entertaining. Saturday school is a way for students to make up tardy absences, that kind of thing. So it's not made to be entertaining.
I don't know if Saturday school should be entertaining, but I do think that it should be interesting, and it should be something that allows students to continue their critical thinking. I don't think it should just be sit and twiddle your thumbs and do nothing for 4 hours. I think that there should be some sort of academic or furthering of thinking.
We understand that nothing happens to students if they do not attend Saturday school, but you should still attend Saturday school, as the habits you build now will stick with you for your whole life, and you can help make our school a better place.
Spring is in the air. Do you know what that means? Baseball, blooms in the garden, and seniors having anxiety.
It's springtime again, and you know what that means. It means it's time for the baseball season. And also, it's time for high school seniors to get accepted into the colleges, which determines the next 4 years of their lives. So we go around today and we talk to a few of the seniors about where they got accepted to and what they want to do with the rest of their lives. Let's go.
So next year I'm planning on going to Mesa for 2 years and getting a pre-program for medical so I can transfer to Point Loma Nazarene, and I've been talking with the rugby coach and I'm planning on playing there for the next 4 years.
I got into CSU Fullerton, CSU Northridge, and San Jose State. And I'm going to go to San Jose State and major in business management, focusing in financial administration.
So I've been accepted to Washington State, Boise State, Arizona State, Cal State Fullerton, Cal State San Marcos, Monterey Bay, I want to go to Oregon. Hopefully I get accepted there. I'll either be studying business or criminal justice.
So out of the schools I applied to, I got into San Francisco State University, CSU, Fresno, and a few other schools, but I've decided that I want to further my education at Washington State University. I'll be majoring in criminal justice and then going into pre-law hopefully in my 3rd year, so I'm really excited to be doing so.
Now that you've heard from some of our Clairemont High School seniors, you too can be looking forward to your acceptance into college, whether it's this year or in the next couple of years. And you should be excited to be able to determine the rest of your life, because it starts now.
Teachers, Miss Fulton sent an email about a week ago letting you know you have a chance to make extra money. $250 in 2 hours to be exact. Plaza Research needs you Tuesday, March 17th, starting at 5:30. Administrators are also welcome. Your group begins at 7:15. You have time and could use a couple of extra dollars. Then call Kimberly at 858-200-3000. She is at extension 1208.
Chieftains, we need you to really focus on bringing those student IDs for the library, mostly. It makes checkout so much easier. Did you know that some schools like Kearney even require students to wear lanyards with their IDs? We don't want to force that upon ourselves, so bring your student ID, please.
Mr. Wilson still has that kindest coffee brewing for you. If you need a cup of Java, then email Mr. Wilson and he's got your coffee. If you do not have a prep period, teachers, then he may not even be able to bring that hot cup your way. Oh, he actually may even be able to bring the hot cup your way if you've got the prep period.
The Globetrotters are packing their bags for Europe. They are traveling over spring break, and yes, this is a CHS club. If you want to join the Globetrotters for a fun-filled trips next year, then stop by Miss Moore's room for more details.
Auditions for the talent show are going down this week. Can you sing? Can you dance? Are you in a band? Can you tell jokes? Do you do magic tricks? Then try out for the talent show, and let's see what you've got on stage. You can ask theater, our director Nicole, for more details, or ask Laura, or me, or Bryn Bretnall.
If you have a brother or sister that wants to go to Clairemont and they do not go to Marston, then you need to tell your parents that it is time for choice enrollment. They will know what to do. Or you can stop by the front office and pick up an enrollment packet.
Seniors, it's time to bust open that piggy bank because grad night tickets are on sale now. Wednesday at lunch for the next 4 weeks is your opportunity to buy your 2020 grad nights tickets. It's pricey, $235, but don't blame Disney. The bus is as much as the ticket. If you can't get them at school, then April 6th and 7th are your days after school to get those tickets. We want to promote your club or fundraising activities here on our show, so chat with Mr. Coe or Mr. Sparks to get your club on the news.
Speed and excitement. It's something we all want to experience when we get behind the wheel, but only a select few get to do it as their job. But what happens when stuff goes wrong? And how can we make connections as normal drivers on the road?
NASCAR driver Ryan Newman was sent flying through the air at the end of this year's running of the Daytona 500 2 weeks ago. Fans feared the worst as he was transported to a local hospital in serious condition. Then, a miracle happens. Less than 48 hours later, Newman walked out of the hospital with his daughters in both hands. Newman's survival has been credited to the major leaps in safety NASCAR has made in the last 20 years, such as the Hans device, specially designed cars, and softwall technologies. With NASCAR having raced in Southern California this past weekend, many people around here have been discussing not only Newman's survival, but also safety on the road. Nearly 1.25 million people die in road crashes each year, on average 3,287 deaths per day. Always wear your seatbelt. Check your mirrors before moving and merging, use your turn signal, and most importantly, drive defensively. We went around campus asking students about driver safety. Do you feel that you're a safe driver?
For the most part. I mean, I'm a teenager, I'm a little bit reckless, but sometimes I do abide by speed laws, but sometimes I don't. I just incriminated myself.
What do you think other people should do to minimize accidents on the road?
Honestly, I feel that people should just keep their eyes on the road and off of their phones and just drive defensively.
To minimize accidents, I feel like one main thing that people usually have a problem with is texting and driving or distracted driving. It's just mainly paying attention and being aware of your surroundings. That's like one main thing that I think about. So yeah.
Joseph Davies, CSN.
From NASCAR to the Sports Center, where Grace Crabtree is hanging out. Grace, what does this Chieftains sports schedule look like?
Today we have a couple of games. First up is the schedule on girls lacrosse when they travel to play Chula Vista. The game starts at 3. Also playing today is girls softball as varsity is playing the Westview Classic up in Escondido. First pitch is at 7 o'clock. Tuesday, varsity baseball is on the diamond in the North County as they play Mount Carmel. First pitch is at 3:15. Tennis, anyone? As the team goes off to challenge the Comets. They start at 3:30. Lacrosse is home as they take on Otay Ranch at 5 o'clock. Boys varsity volleyball is home against Santana as they spike it at 6:30. Wednesday has girls lacrosse taking on Point Loma at 5:30. Let's go, ladies. Beat the Pointers. Boys varsity volleyball is at next week is at the net again Wednesday as they go down south and play San Ysidro at 5:35. Softball is in the circle against High Tech High. It's a home game starting at 7. Thursday, baseball has a game against Scripps Branch. And boys tennis is home again at the Gompers at 3:30 with the cool new blue windscreens. Also at 3:30 is the girls beach volleyball team playing against Santa Fe Christian at their place. Thursday at 6 has boys lacrosse taking on Bonita Vista. That's a home game for the fellas. Softball goes again as they take on Grossmont, another 7 o'clock for the ladies. Friday, to kick off our weekend, you can go to girls lacrosse as they play Del Lago in a home match. It starts at 5. Boys varsity volleyball spikes it down at Mission Vista. They serve it up in our gym at 6:30. Chieftains, you can check out the Clairemont website if you missed any of these times. And you can look at the Saturday schedule. Back to you two at the desk.
That's a ton of action, Grace. Thank you.
While Grace catches her breath, we will wish you a happy Monday. We are done here. Have a great week, Chieftains.
Keep it orange and blue.
Bye.
Bye.